What's up? It's the Game Impulse, the Game Impulse, and today was a big day. Today was Microsoft's huge next generation console announcement, which they've kind of strangely named the Xbox One, which is their take on the next generation of console. A lot of what they showed in the hour-long live broadcast was mostly, like, not just gaming, everything that the Xbox One can do, which is a lot of stuff. I'll let you go on a little bit since you were there. You saw a little bit more than I did.
Well, they came on and they, Don, whatever his name is, I'm just going to call him Don, because I don't know his last name, Don. He came on talking about how, you know, the Xbox 360 really is like how successful it was and all that stuff, the new innovations that the 360 did, and then they finally unveiled the Xbox One. They showed some trailer that actually showed what the console looked like, something that Sony did not do in their review. And the console itself there's like one console here, and then there's like a Kinect device that I guess somehow connects to the Xbox in some way, wireless, wired, whatever. And they showed the controller as well. The controller to me looks more kind of like the original Xbox controller. It's kind of weirdly shaped and stuff, but it had a really sleek design to it. The buttons looked nice. The sticks looked really cool.
I think the analogs were kind of lit up a little bit.
I think there still was the Xbox guide button. That was on top, and then there was two other buttons on it, like I guess where the
start menu and the back button.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's what that is. But you know, the controller overall looked cool, and the Xbox console itself kind of looked very simple, but simple in a good way. I mean, it was just kind of like a square box with your, you know, disk drive and, you know, the power button or whatever, the power button that you probably will never use because of Kinect being part of the next Xbox. You can just talk to your console and it'll do everything for you. They showed a lot of those features, which was really, really cool. You know, they just went Xbox on, the Xbox turned on, and you know, you can do a lot of voice commands. What they do, like they brought up
Trending.
Skype, yeah,
Trending.
yeah, to go through the menu, so you can just swipe like this, or you can just go right back to it, or you can go like, well, I forget what they said. They like
it's multiple screens. You can have a movie up and then be like, pull up Internet Explorer, and then it'll make a sidebar and it'll pull up Internet Explorer.
And through voice commands, they switch between gaming and watching TV and listening to music, like just hitting the channel button on your TV remote or something. It was really, really cool to watch. And one thing, I'll let you go on then, but one thing they really stressed all-in-one, hence the one, I guess, where that comes from, like all-in-one with TV and entertainment and games and all that stuff. You know, this isn't just a gaming console. Gaming's a big part of this, but it's also a TV device. It's your cable box. It's a lot of stuff, and I think it's cool.
Oh yeah, I liked, because I showed up like 10 minutes late to see it, but it was a lot of stuff they showed was cool. You know, like with the 360, they brought with like Live. They introduced a lot of some of the new stuff, like the new Xbox Live. They had they brought in Internet Explorer. You could search the internet. They brought in Bing. They brought Skype with this one, so now you can actually Skype call people, and so it's like, boom, pull up Skype so-and-so, and then a little sidebar thing will pop up, and then you'll see them, and you can be like, okay, Xbox, end call, and then you can do stuff like that. I also thought how they made the Kinect almost a necessity.
Yeah.
I always thought the Kinect was cool, but then it was always like, I did play a little bit at my friend Luke's house. It's a little clunky.
Yeah.
Like there's like you got to reach up here in order to do something.
It really failed to capture the hardcore gamers like we are, you know.
Yeah.
More for casual stuff.
But they've made it a lot more personalized. Whereas Xbox On, it recognizes your voice, and if you have multiple accounts on an Xbox, it will bring up yours. And if you go to a friend's house and you can sync up with their Xbox On, it'll be like, oh, it'll sign you in instead of your friend. which also goes with the, because it's completely, or not completely, but a lot more cloud powered.
Yeah.
Whereas now everything's really instant, and also you can literally continue your game if like I am playing at my house and then I come over to Tyler's and we're like, he's like, I'm busy, if you want to play, I don't know, BioShock or something really quick, I'll be like, okay, boom, and it'll pick up where I left off on my BioShock game, and I don't have to plug anything in or nothing. And I think that's also really slick. And they also introduced Smart Glass, which I recently started using with the 360, which it's a little weird with the 360, but then what they said is it'll work a lot better with the Xbox One because it's native to it. Like the 360 was an add-on. The Xbox One was designed with the Smart Glass and the Kinect and the controller and everything else involved. And so that's a lot of the hardware stuff. They said, what was it? They had 8
gigabytes of RAM
and like some couple thousand, I don't even remember.
Yeah, and there's going to be, like, I think they said 300,000 servers for Xbox Live now, and yeah, they said that you can they kind of hinted at that you can continue with your achievement score, and achievements are a little bit different, and you know, you can bring your profile from the 360 over to the Xbox One, which I think is cool.
That's amazing.
You know, that's a feature that I was really hoping. What they did not mention though is the always online feature. They did not even talk about that at all. So I don't even know.
I'm pretty sure it's not going to happen with how people have been acting with a lot of it. I don't see it as.
Yeah, I think when they're saying it's always online, that's for the TV side of things. Like, I'm pretty sure you could probably play games and not be connected.
Yeah.
But you know, they were talking about the architecture of it. They were saying how, like, Windows is a big part, like it's kind of built on Windows in a way, and so all that stuff.
It's built on like Xbox, Windows, and then the connector of it all is the Kinect.
Yeah, and they, just in one box they have like 3 different fucking systems in it. It's really mind blowing to think about.
The other thing that I thought was really cool, which was, I don't know if this was a recent thing or they both thought of it, but you know, PS4, they said, boom, you can capture games with a DVR kind of thing. Xbox, you can do that, except with Xbox, you can edit it, which is something that the PS4 doesn't have. So I don't know if that's like,
or at least they didn't talk about it.
Yeah, they might have it, but you know, I don't know if that's the Xbox being, you know, smarter, but since they waited a little bit longer after the PS4, like, oh, what's something they don't have?
Yeah.
Boom, because you know, theater mode is big with, like, you know, Call of Duty and Halo, yeah, the obvious one. But like, those looked really promising.
Getting to more of the TV stuff, like they have like this deal with the NFL or something. Like, you can just go from game to game and watch whatever you want. You can watch, you know, you can watch the Ravens get their ass kicked and then watch the Steelers kick their ass or something. I don't know. You can just watch a lot of games, and I think that's kind of cool. Like, they have like a big partnership with ESPN, which they already do for the 360, but
it's even bigger now.
It's more, you know, involved now, which is kind of cool. And they are making a Halo TV series with Steven Spielberg, which I don't know.
I'm okay.
I'm okay with that. I don't know if it'll be cool.
I mean,
if it'll be corny, but regardless, I'll check it out.
Steven Spielberg made Star Wars, which is the closest you can get.
That'll be cool.
Another one of the interesting things that they brought up about, especially with the NFL thing, which, you know, I'm not big on it because, you know, sports is not my life or anything like that. But they had the whole where you can, I guess, update your fantasy sports team, like literally on the spot. If you have your team like loaded in or something, and I don't know, I'm just gonna name somebody. He was in one of the trailers. RG3 scores a touchdown. His points go up, and it automatically pops up on the side of your screen. I'm like, no, that's automatic updates. It's pretty cool.
So like, TV really plays a big part in the new Xbox, which, I don't know about you, I think that's kind of neat.
It is.
I'm sure you have to have cable running to it somehow, but you know, either way, it'll be cool. Now let's get to the part that a lot of people really want to know, and especially us, is the games. They only showed off a few games, but they did mention that Microsoft has 15 exclusives for the Xbox One, 8 of them which are brand new, which really kind of silences a lot of people that's like, I want more Xbox exclusives. And they showed off a couple of them.
And they showed off, there's apparently a new deal with, I believe, EA in general, but specifically EA Sports, where they're working exclusively with Xbox, either for a brief time period or doing more with the Xbox than that, in which they talked about specifically so far this year they're doing FIFA 14,
Madden 25, NBA Live, and UFC.
And UFC, in which one of the things that they're with the new graphic capability of the thing, it's so much like more realistic looking. It's almost scary how realistic it looks. Like one of the big things that they were putting was player motion. So now, you know, the details are much more crisp, and live worlds, which I think was kind of a big thing with all the games they showed, was that, you know, you can get like a crowd, which is going to be kind of a little bit more realistic, like how an actual crowd would work, you know. And so this just so much put into it.
Yeah, and the stadiums look cool. Like there's an actual like city surrounding the stadiums, like there is in real life and stuff. It just
blows my mind.
They were saying how there's something exclusive with FIFA 14. I'm not big on FIFA, but they were saying something like that.
Because I think it's the Ultimate Team mode is going to be exclusive to the Xbox. Like like I said, they'll probably release it to other consoles, but you can only play that on live.
Yeah. One game that really, you know, was really nice to see is Forza 5. I don't know about you, but I'm a huge racing fan. I love the Forza franchise. I've loved it ever since Forza 2. 3 was amazing. I still have to play 4, but I'll get it eventually. But Forza 5 looks so amazing. Like the details on the cars and the tracks and the city surrounding it and the tires going around the corner.
I know, that was the coolest part. Like they zoomed in on the tire and they showed like the details of the tire, and then like it's not like they just made details. Some of it's worn away and like
and the asphalt kicking up. It just
like,
looks it looks so good. That is a game I am so excited about. I was creaming in my pants when they were unveiling that.
They also talk about Quantum Break, which is a new game. I don't know if it's a new exclusive, but it's a new game. I guess it has to do a lot with, I guess, time.
Yeah,
it looked
good.
Interesting. Like, I don't know, like the opening thing was a ship, like kind of teleporting and then like basically running through a bridge and wrecking, and you know, tearing a bridge a new one.
That scene right there was a graphical powerhouse too. That was nice.
And then like it was a little confusing. Like I'm guessing quantum because you know again time. That's literally all they came out with that.
Yeah. That game's made by Remedy, which also made Alan Wake and
Max Payne.
Yeah, and I know Alan Wake was an exclusive for the 360, so maybe
I think Max Payne was. I think all the Max Paynes have been exclusives too.
Might have been. I thought Max Payne was developed by Rockstar.
They might. Oh yeah, okay. So Max Payne is an exclusive, but I know Alan Wake is.
Yeah, Alan Wake is for sure. I think we're kind of running out of stuff to talk about. They did talk about the new Call of Duty Ghosts. They ended the show with that. We'll have a whole separate video on that because there's a lot to talk about with that.
They spent like 15 minutes just talking about it, so it's pretty gnarly.
One thing I did notice is when they got to like the home screen of the Xbox One, it looked very similar to the 360's home screen.
I've seen it looks. It's actually, and it's the 360's doesn't look exactly like it, but the 360 home screen now is based off of Windows 8, but the new Xbox One is very much. It looks exactly the same as the Windows 8 screen.
Yeah, like you have the big things up top, you can scroll through them and click on this thing or something like that.
The other thing is they brought up trending, which is a little bit more specific towards like the music and the TV, which is like they take over. Oh, what are people watching now? All over Xbox Live. What are people listening to? And that pops up, and also like favorites and things like that was something they emphasized for like 10 minutes, which I was like, it's cool, but I mean.
And they brought up the like through voice commands, they brought up like a TV guide like you would have on your TV, which was kind of neat.
Except now you don't have to fuddle with like a remote. If you have it plugged up through Xbox, be like, boom, MTV, Comedy Central, HBO, whatever the hell you want to listen
I know we're kind of jumping around, but one thing about, they talk about the Kinect, how the Kinect is just so much better at recognizing your movements now. Like it can read your heartbeat and your muscles and body heat in certain areas, and it's an overall improved. So when you move, I guess, when you're doing Zumba with your mom, you know, it'll be more realistic. I might be doing Zumba with my mom. Maybe my mom will want to do Zumba. That's how I will get the new Xbox, because I'll tell my mom she can do Zumba at home.
I'm trying to think. I mean, the only thing that might be is with the whole, we talked about the bigger servers, bigger matchmaking.
Yeah.
Bigger maps, more people involved in the matchmaking, and of course, as we said, there's 300,000 servers, so, which is huge. Yeah. Compared to, I think on the most recent update for the Xbox, they had 15,000. So that's a 60? No. Might be a 60. It's a 6 or like a 60% like increase, I think.
So
something like that.
So overall, what is your impressions on the Xbox One?
Xbox One looks amazing. Like I had the same thought as you said a couple seconds ago, where I was like, you know, I probably won't get it immediately. It'll probably be like a couple months. Now I'm like, I'm gonna have to get it immediately. Oh my god.
Overall, like me and Keith were just talking before we started this video, this console looks like the true definition of a next generation console. PlayStation 4 has some cool features. You know, they did some cool shit with that. But the Xbox One just has so much going for it that it just feels truly like a next leap into a new era of gaming and entertainment, really. So I was blown away and really captivated the entire time just by everything that they did. It just looks so good.
Yeah, it was amazing to watch. I'm pretty sure every 5 minutes or so, me and Tyler would look over at each other while watching this go. Just like, are you kidding me? They're doing that?
I just feel their presentation as a whole is just so much better than Sony's. I know Sony showed off some more games, but you know, Microsoft did say at E3 that they are unveiling a lot more stuff about the new Xbox and games and all that stuff. And E3 is only like 19 days away, so that's exciting.
Yeah.
Everybody, you know, when I thought Microsoft took a while to unveil their console, and I honestly thought that was kind of a bad move, but now how just strong they came out, I feel it's not a bad move on their part. So.
Yeah, so Xbox One, you know, of course, they had to take, you know, a minute of our time where they could have maybe showed another game, but they had to tell us that, yes, it is coming out later this year. Yeah. Even though everybody already fucking knew that. But
that was fun. So, I tell Microsoft right now, they can just take my money.
Yeah, just shut up and take my money. You've already got it.
Sony will probably take my money eventually, but Microsoft's getting my money first. It's just how it's happening.
Alright, so this was our talk of the Xbox One. You know, comment, rate, subscribe, all that good stuff. You know, you don't have to, but please do it.